Hey guys, this is Matt Sneyd. We're at another one of my remodels. This is a finished walkthrough, a final walkthrough that we're going to do. I think Cody did the first walkthrough on this, so I'm not even sure what he said, but I'll tell you what we ended up doing. A lot of things changed. We had a lot of hiccups that we ran into, but I'll kind of start here at the front door, the front entryway. We did all new carpet, and based on this price range, in the we're probably going to list this for $475 to the $500 range. When you get into that price range, we went with a little bit nicer carpet, not the regular shag carpet that all the investors are using. We bumped it up one level. One of the major things that we did is this railing. Before, the railing was that really light natural oak color, had the white, I think, spindles on it. We replaced it with these oil rub bronze. We did an oil rub bronze theme through the whole place, and we actually reused the handrail part and all this, and then just got new main balusters here, and then stained it all to be just slightly darker than the hardwood floor. But the hardwood floor was there. We covered it all. It's all in good condition still, so we didn't have to do anything with that. In this main room, initially when we came in this house, we didn't think we'd have to replace carpet. We didn't have to think we'd have to paint. But it was a short sale. The seller didn't take great care of the home, but she was really good at hiding it, and she had her furniture in spots that hid all the dog piss stains, and her pictures on the wall had made the sun had bleached the paint everywhere except for the pictures. So we had spots, and all this we didn't know until after we had closed and after she had moved out. So we ran into a couple of issues in this home, that being one of them that made our costs go up. And kind of changed the deal a little bit. But in here, all new paint, all new carpet, all new light fixtures. Most of the windows we kept, they're all the same. We did a little tile landing like we do at all of our entryways into the or out to the outside of the home. We just put the tile that matches everywhere else. In the kitchen here, you'll see some pretty major differences in here. We did sort of a more traditional feel. We made the kitchen pop a little more because we did all stainless, but most of the other house, or everywhere else in the house, has oil rub bronze. But a big difference in here, we actually were able to touch up and keep the cabinets, and then did an epoxy kind of automotive finish paint on them and refinish them because they were in good working order. We did the white kitchen like we usually do. We did the little bit more modern, traditional modern pulls on it. This is a granite we haven't used before, but it went great with this house style, this neighborhood, that kind of stuff. A little bit more of a country feel, but we can't go very country with this. Is about as country as we go and traditional as we go. There's just too much of it that I just don't like. I'm one of those guys that stays different from the pack and likes to be a little bit different. So, this is as traditional as we're going to get. But some of the major things on this property that went wrong. There's things that went right and some things that went wrong, but like I said, we ran into some extra costs on carpet and paint, which actually are some of your biggest costs in the whole project. So the fact that we thought we were going to be able to keep most of it and we weren't was a big factor. The other one was the paint. Like I said, when she took all our paintings off, it was just multicolored walls everywhere. So that was a huge hit to us. We originally came into this, and the square footage was slightly bigger than the square footage was a pretty large home, but when we came in and got it measured, it came in at like a couple hundred square feet lower, which when you're getting $100 or $110 a square foot makes a pretty big difference in your resale price, even a couple hundred square feet. So that gave us a ding, plus our costs going up. We had this home run deal that we thought we were going to sell for $550 and only put $30 into it, where now our costs, what do we end up spending?
Just shy of 60.
Yeah, so just shy of 60. We almost doubled. We thought we'd have to put 35 in, so we're at just shy of 60. So pretty close to doubling our repairs. Our sales price came down because of the square footage and just where we had thought and what type of home is comparable. It's weird. There was a big jump between like 4,400 square feet to 4,700 or 4,800 square feet. And so the price came down to maybe 475, 500 is what we're probably going to list it for on Monday. So those factors, we are lucky enough. It was a big deal to start with. And that even though we had two major hits on us, that we're still going to have a pretty decent deal at the end of the day. But you just can't predict that kind of stuff, and that's why we do all of our due diligence. Usually I'd go back and renegotiate price if the square footage comes back a couple hundred or even more square feet lower. We've gotten lucky where the square footage measures out bigger, but this time we got hit hard, and it came back a little bit smaller. So it wasn't too big of a deal. We always like to list our homes accurately of what we measure it at, not what the county records is, because sometimes we get lucky and it comes back bigger. But yeah, in here everything's new appliances, new countertops, sprayed the cabinets, new poles. We did a cool sink. If you can kind of take a look at this, it's just a more squared sink. It doesn't have any roundness to it. Dude, what's it even called? Do you know?
I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, me neither. But
it's
cool.
one big sink, no separator in the middle.
Yeah.
Kind of has a traditional contemporary feel. It's like Matt said, that's kind of what we're going for on this house, is a traditional contemporary mix.
Yeah.
That's why you got some of the fixtures that look a little more contemporary, and then other ones that are traditional.
Yeah, but they all still they're all from the same line of fixtures. Hampton Bay, I think these ones were.
Yeah. These floors we were able to keep. They were in good condition. They're cleaning them right now, so you see there's a little bit of water on them. But they were in good condition, so we were able to keep those. Fireplace mantle. We kept the same mantle. We took off some of the molding and put some MDF just to keep it more square, straight lines. Put the granite hearth on the bottom, and then do new tile around the fireplace itself. It turned out really nice.
Yeah, that tile matches the subway. One thing we're probably going to do next time around on the tile, like a lesson learned from one of our mistakes, is we did a little bit finer lines on the tile, as far as grout lines. I mean, smaller grout lines are more able to see inconsistencies in the line. So if your tile guys aren't laying it perfect, you can see the inconsistencies more. So we're probably going to switch to a thicker grout line on backsplash. Plus, at the end of the day, when we see them both side by side, we think it looks better with a thicker grout line. So that's a tip for you guys down the road. One of our many lessons learned on this one.
Always a lesson to be learned.
Yeah. So in here was pretty much a full remodel. If you guys take a look at the last video, we did all new tile, all new paint, and we gave the tenant, or the last owner, the vanity that was sitting there. It was just way too traditional for what we wanted, but pretty basic half bath there. We'll swing around to the garage right here. This is almost being our signature now. Pretty standard for our garages. We do the epoxy floor, all white walls, and fluorescent lights to make it really bright. So you got a really finished, nice, clean garage. At least clean for now until the new buyers get it dirty, which they'll probably do. Then we'll head upstairs real quick.
We're at the office already.
Office is there, but it's paint carpet. It's nothing special. Yeah, I went through the handrail already. So handrail continues up through here, but what do we end up spending on this?
We got $1,500 to upgrade this handrail from the dated 90s look to this really cool, nice look. And we were able to use the top and the bottom pieces, restain them, sand them down, but we put all new balusters and newel posts in, so it turned out really good.
Yeah, for a cheap price, we priced out other handrails that looked okay, but for what we got here was actually really good.
This master bathroom, our Euro glass hasn't been installed yet. We had a little hiccup with that, but it's coming in the next couple days. So that Euro glass will actually come right on this mosaic divider line, so you got a cool divider line between the tub and the shower, so it'll look really cool. Kept the same design for the tub, but we put a new jet tub in. The other one was getting kind of haggard, so nice new tub and all new tile. Got some more windows coming in still, and you can see the mirrors are off for touch-up paint right now. But we lifted all the vanities in the whole house up 2.5 inches, bring them to the new standard of 36. So before they're just too low. Now they're the nice new height, new backsplash, and new sinks there too. So turned out really nice. Painted these cabinets as well. Yeah,
that's a really cheap, easy way to make the bathrooms feel really nice. Is raising that vanity 2 inches. It costs nothing. You just put they have 2x4s underneath it?
Yeah, they frame it out with 2x4s, and then you put a new piece of MDF across the front of it, so it all looks consistent and new. Yeah. And it works out well when you're painting the cabinets. People can never even tell it's been done.
Yeah, not much change in the closets. I guess we got those closet rods.
Yeah, I found these closet rods from Classy Closets. They're just the more rounded version, or not, they're less rounded, I guess. They're a square, oblong shape. But they just look way better than the closet rods that were in here. We left the regular ones in the other closets, but they were just the regular, brushed nickel looking ones. But these just, for $50, they look a lot better. Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, we went oil rub bronze through a lot of this, so. But
New tile we tried out.
yeah, it's the
Looks
new
really
tile.
cool.
We've done that gray stuff, which you guys have seen in the last couple properties, but I really like this new tile. We don't stick with any tile for too long because people start copying it. So we've already seen that tile in like 4 different houses since we started using the gray tile, so we kind of switch it up.
Yeah.
We got a new light up here, which is kind of cool. I call it the beehive light.
The crown molding was here, so we just painted it and made it pop out a little bit better. Threw some can lights down this hallway. It's a cheap way to make it look updated in here. They just have the bubble lights through this hallway, and it just is dated, and the light output's not the same. So
Yeah, so if you already have a fixture, adding a can without having to
50
run
bucks.
wiring is only 50 bucks. They just cut a hole, pop the can in there. It's super cheap. I like cans. Most people like cans. They're newer. A lot of people. Cans is neutral yet just more modern. Not modern in a contemporary sense, but just newer and a newer style. So more people like them, and they're just flush. They create more room. With other light fixtures, people can be so picky with what they want, and I don't know, but I feel like a lot of people come into houses and end up changing light fixtures after the fact. So you could spend $50 or $100 on one that you thought was really cool, and then they'll just come in and change it. You know, on the Craig Drive property, one of our it's the same thing can happen with anything, but you try and make it appeal to most people. But like Craig Drive, the buyers we have interested are coming in and looking at redoing the whole kitchen, which we just threw like a ton of money at. So it's like, but that's the way it goes. So you just try to appeal to as many people as possible.
this laundry room, just put new tile floors in, and then we refinished the area that the washer and the dryer sit on, just with this white spray. Same deal in here though, painted the cabinets, pretty basic, threw some can lights in there.
Just custom noise right here.
That needs to go on the list.
Final walkthrough, that's gotta be changed.
But same deal in here, raised the vanities out. Looks like our plumber's not quite done throwing in the
Yeah, we gotta peek at that.
shower hardware there.
Yeah.
But we refinished that tub and shower surround. Turned out really nice.
Mike Bay with the Tub Doctor does good work.
Mike Maddox.
Or Mike Maddox. Mike Bay.
Too many
the
Mikes.
roofers. There's too many mics in this.
Yeah, and then you can see we laid all the floor tile. It's called soldier style. We've been, soldier style instead of doing the staggered brick look. So it just is a different look. We're trying to change it up because you start doing tile a certain way and you see it popping up in every house, like Matt was saying. So just trying to change it up from property to property.
Yeah, one thing you'll notice, I mean, we don't do too many properties the same. Almost every you'll see a lot of investors out there, and we were the same way a while ago with cookie cutter, just same carpet, same paint, same tile, same granite, same fixtures everywhere. And you can automate it that way, it's smart, but we did that for like 5 years or 4 years, got sick of it, and we're just like, now every house, I look at it more methodically, and every house has its own style, every neighborhood has its own style, and it's more so now we're fitting the remodel to the home, and we're actually putting a thought process into it. So you won't see many of our houses that look the same. Yeah, we'll use carpet from here and there, or fixtures or granite, and there's some things that are consistent because of the style that we like to do, but you won't see us doing a cookie cutter remodel. So this is way different than Craig. This is way different than Oak
Cosmic
Park.
Heights,
It's way
everything.
different than the last 5 properties that we've done. For the most part, just
First time we've done oil rubbed.
yeah, we haven't done oil rub bronze.
I've never been done oil rubbed.
No, I don't know if I mean, I'll do it again in this neighborhood, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I do it again. It's more
It's a
expensive.
little pricier, but I think this house, it fits it really well, and it turned out really nice.
Yeah, so we have bedrooms up here. Nothing really changed. We got plantation. So what we did with these is an older thing with these windows was they had the crisscross, like was it vinyl or was it actually in the window? Sometimes they
it
have
was
vinyl
part of the
sticker.
window, actually.
Yeah. So there's plastic pieces inside the panes that do the crisscross pattern. That's just so 97. One of the things that I really pushed on this property when we all came through and we're doing different ideas and deciding what to do was I was like, as long as we can make this home feel like it was built like after 2005, like from 2005 to 2008 time frame, that you're not going to make it feel like it's 2010 or 12. It's not going to feel like a brand new house ever. But if we can get it to feel in that 2005 range, we're going to get a higher price. And so one of the things was just getting rid of all the dated feel, and that was windows and curb appeal. When you guys saw that first video, or at the very start of the video, how the curb appeal changed, if you didn't notice, go back, watch the first video or before and after pictures on our website or something. the curb appeal was horrible. It just looked so dated. Now the paint, it looks awesome.
Amazing. It
Yeah.
fits in. You look at all these houses in this neighborhood; they're all
Yeah.
really nice houses,
Yeah.
newer homes, and so this kind of just stuck out as an older '90s home. But now it blends in, and it actually looks
Yeah.
newer and better, in my opinion,
Yeah.
than most homes on the street.
For sure. So we got rid of that stuff in the windows. We put in plantations just on the front of the house because plantations in my mind are only there for curb appeal, and at least that's why we do it. And most people, it's a materialistic upgrade. People like to do it because it looks good from the curb. So I mean, maybe they work better, but
we did these really cool ones too. They don't have the middle bar. They're weighted from the inside, so they just look cleaner. And actually, the company that did these did a really good job. They're weighted really nicely.
Gita Buckley, she was a sponsor at the club. Budget Blinds, give them a call. They did a great job, so I have no problem recommending them to people. We've already actually recommended them to a couple people.
Yeah.
So, but like Cody was saying, one other point that kind of brings to mind is like he's saying, one of the reasons I really like this house is because of the surrounding neighborhood. Like we're on Danish Road. Danish Road is kind of up there on the list of famous streets in Salt Lake or in the Valley. You know, you got your Tuscaloosa and Draper and your Wander Lane and Holiday and your Walker Lane and Holiday, and Danish is kind of up there in this Cottonwood Heights area as far as there's just subdivisions that have been popping up that are brand new, huge homes, so it's kind of made a name for itself. It's a quiet little windy street that's super wooded, and we have a really wooded lot. So like one, I like that it's on Danish Road because just being on Danish, I feel like gives it a little of glamour. The other thing is, like you said, there's new homes everywhere, and so I was like, if we can match this home or make it feel new, someone's gonna just, they don't care that on paper it says it was built in 97, 95, whatever it was. Now it's gonna feel like a brand new home, and from the curb it looks like it's a brand new home. So that's why I like this. We're one of the smaller homes in the neighborhood compared to like these guys across the street that you see that are just like ginormous, if you can even see out there. But these are like $800,000 houses right across the street. So I like that there's big homes because basically if we can get a small home in a big neighborhood, people want to get into nice neighborhoods that have huge homes as neighbors for the cheapest amount as possible, because you can live in the same neighborhood as someone that paid $1 million for their house and you're only paying like $500,000. So we know that houses typically sell for quicker when you're in that type of situation. So I really like this house when we got it, you know, so hopefully we'll do good on it. But let's head down to the basement.
Yeah, I would buy this house. I keep saying that every time we walk through here. I'm like, I should buy this house.
Sorry, we're walking around.
Down here, they had the handrails on the wall before we kept them, just in case we need to put them back on. But we just kind of pulled it off to clean up the hallway. And then did the same thing down here, upgraded this whole handrail. It turned out really cool.
Yeah, we figure we'll keep the handrails off, throw them in the storage room, and stain them, because when they bring all their furniture down or take it up, they're gonna want more room if they want to put it up, or if the inspector makes us, we'll throw them up real quick. But just a little
the wall ones look a little dated. So down here is pretty basic. We didn't change a whole lot, just carpet paint and all the hardware on everything. All the can lights were down here. We repainted them. They were the black color before.
Yeah.
But we've had really good luck with just painting cans when you're spraying the ceiling. Just hit them with the flat white paint, and I mean it saves you $10 a can. So
yeah, because the cans, the old dated ones are what, white on the rim and
black inside. So they just stick out really bad and they don't look that clean. So our painter likes it too. He doesn't have to mask them off or take them down. He just pulls them down a little bit and just shoots the whole thing, and done deal. So it's worked out really nice for us the last couple of houses. Yeah.
And if people say, "Oh, well, won't those peel?" You look at the black ones, and they peel too. So
yeah,
that's not going to last forever. But the ones that come from Home Depot don't last forever either. At least the old style ones. So it's like, you know, it is what it is.
This in here, if you remember through the first video, there was no light. Other than that, just carpet, nothing too crazy.
Yeah,
but just kind of nice, made it a little more finished in here. So it's not like a cellar; it's more of a storage room, I guess you could say.
We don't need to go in here, really. This is just a
small room.
Small office / storage. We didn't have to do much besides paint and carpet, pretty basic. On this one, I fought pretty hard to keep the shower cap. My mom, Kath, was pretty adamant on tearing this all out. I didn't think it was that bad as far as ROI. It's already got a nice headliner across it, nice fixture. Or did we update the head?
No, we actually left that since it's in this lower basement just to try and cut costs. We left that one.
Yeah, secondary bathrooms, hallway bathrooms, that kind of stuff they're not gonna be as worried about that kind of stuff. But we updated the cabinets and we painted these and lifted just like the rest of the house. Just raised them up, new granite, new fixtures.
We put a couple new toilets in 2 of the bathrooms, the master and the one off the kitchen. But these other 2 bathrooms, we left the old toilet, but we've been putting the new quiet close seats on everything. So it makes the toilet look newer and has the quiet close, so everyone likes those. This room, again, pretty basic paint and carpet. The biggest thing that we changed down here is this fireplace. Before it was just the insert in the wall and it looked unfinished. So we put the granite along the bottom, the same tile as the upstairs. And then our one contractor completely built this mantle out of scratch. So he's done a really good job on a couple of those for us. So
Yeah.
it just makes this room feel more complete and not like a basement. It feels more like a big family room. So
Yeah.
did tile landings wherever there was a door going outside. We've been doing a lot of that. We used to throw carpet down, but after walking through a lot of bigger, nicer houses, everyone likes to have a landing so you're not ruining your carpet when you come in the back doors.
Yeah. And then we got a bedroom back there, basically the same. We don't really need to hit that. I guess we'll swing outside to the backyard real quick and just touch on that.
Cleaned up.
Yeah. So back here, not too many major changes. Mostly cleaned up the yard. We put some sod in here. There was some dead grass. There was also a shed that the seller took with her. Not really sure how she did it, but she did. So we filled in the sod. We the grass before swung up and went all the way up into here. But because of these pine trees, I don't know what it is about pine needles, but they kill grass. So we knew that whether we laid sod or not, it was going to die again. So we just brought the line down here and then put mulch in so it looks good again. We still got to touch up some of the grass spots because it's a little patchy here and we want to make sure it looks good. We cleaned out and just flattened and tilled the whole garden area. It was kind of really just dirty and messy before, so we just kind of cleaned it up a little bit. Out here,
Just this exterior stucco paint. It's just such a difference if you stand out here and you look at the deck. We repainted that whole deck.
yeah,
This house just looks completely different from behind.
yeah, painting stucco is probably the biggest change in this whole house that I love so much. It just makes it feel so much newer. And that part over there on that eave, that's extra. If you want to buy this house, it costs extra to have that paper hanging there.
And the TV antenna.
Yeah, the old school TV antenna is extra too. That's how we're gonna sell it for so much. So, but yeah, I think that's everything. Did we miss anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah. So, we trimmed up some of the trees. We always do that now. It's just clean up dead branches and stuff like that. Get a tree trimmer out here. It's worth it.
Yeah.
I think you're allowed to trim neighbors' trees if they're hanging over your property, right?
Yeah, if you ask them.
Yeah. So
They don't mind too much. We painted part of the neighbor's fence just on the front side of the house. It just kind of was peeling, so.
Yeah, and we're also, luckily the neighbor on that side over there, he can cut his lawn, but we were going to cut his lawn if he didn't when we listed it because it was really long. He's like, I've never seen him come out of the house. I don't know if you have, but
Once or twice.
so it's like that kind of stuff. Your neighbors are, especially your direct neighbors, are a big deal. Like we painted her fence from curb appeal point of view, and we were going to cut his lawn if he didn't. So it's something to think about because they come by and they have a really crappy, weird neighbor. People don't like weird neighbors. So, but you always seem to get them. So, but yeah, that's everything. Make sure you check out our next one. We're going to have a couple coming up. It's busy right now, so you'll see a lot of me and us. See you later.